Hello everybody and welcome to the Camper Couple. Just a few days ago we got ready to de-winterize the camper, and this happened in April. It's snowing in April here in North Carolina. We get the craziest weather here in North Carolina, I will tell you that. It can be 70 degrees one day and snowing the next. But now that we finally have water going to the camper, we made an upgrade that we're going to tell you more about, and we're excited about that. And I worked all yesterday on it and got everything to where it's in its place. So we'll tell you more about that. But we're getting everything ready to head down to Georgia, and we might do some other stops along the way.
Deep cleaning, just kind of the things that we haven't had time to do over the winter, and moving into the house kind of prevented us from doing a lot, but it looks and smells so much nicer in here.
Well, we didn't have water.
And we had to hook it up to some water, so that was another part of it.
We had to wait for the deep freeze to be over with.
Yeah, so we've accomplished a lot today.
And what happened just a week ago?
Snow. Yeah, we had snow just last week, and then it was 70 the next day. Lots of, very interesting.
Look excited.
This is really cool. This means no laundry mats when we camp. That we can actually do our laundry. We thought we would do a video to show you the washer we bought yesterday. We found it at a thrift store. It is a small, I say camper washer, but it's a mini washing machine with a spin dryer. And it has been awesome. We've been testing it out, and we thought we would show it to you guys. We got so lucky just because we have the perfect spot for it. Right here, right beside our kitchen counter, and it fits pretty doggone well right there. It doesn't obstruct our door to our bedroom to speak of, and we're right beside the kitchen sink, which is so helpful in terms of doing laundry. So all we got to do is hang it out once it's spun out. But I'm going to try to hook this thing up. We've done it successfully together already, but let me show you. One really frustrating thing when we were trying to live full-time is laundry, and that meant going to the laundromat every week, and now I'm spending my Tuesday night at the laundromat. Laundry piling up in a really small space. Not
to mention it's laundry day as well.
So having a way of containing that and just getting it done is a game changer. And we found this at a thrift store near our house. 40 bucks, we can't beat that. Looking online, they were regularly about $125 to $129. So it was pretty darn exciting to find that. So we're going to show you how to hook that up. And this is the connector hose that you use to fill the washing machine. So you just plug this in, and this just goes on our faucet. And this is somewhat of a little quick release rubber thing that we have. And then of course you have to hook it here so that you have water going into your machine. And you can run hot or cold. And you can see no leaks. It seals really good. And as you can see, our machine is filling with water. And we do have detergent and fabric softener, which I just put in all at one time. I don't know how you guys at home do it, but that's what I do.
And one of the things about this is because it's such a small thing, you don't use near as much.
No, I just, not even half. Which this is a small little load of laundry anyway, but we're doing this for demonstration. And one plus, it makes your camper smell really good too.
Very. But make sure that you don't put up too much laundry detergent in there, otherwise you will be rinsing and rinsing and rinsing
You
and
will.
rinsing.
But as you can see, you just let the water in, and as you can see, not one little drip. Everything is great. No leaks, everything is perfect.
We had to take the shelf out that was right here before to put this here, and we relocated the fire hydrant over there. So,
But this is a game changer. Even, you know, for bathing suits and things like that. Just things you want to keep fresh when you're traveling. And we're lucky enough to have a spot that is good for that in our camper. So that's really cool. But as you can see, it's not quite like using your machine at home, but not totally unlike it either. It's pretty cool.
and you could just dump water directly into the machine.
And we talked about that, whether it would just be, if you didn't want to tie your sink up, you really could just take a pitcher and dump water in over the top of the clothes and wash at whatever temperature you wanted. I pretty much ran this cold just to not use up our hot water heater, but you really could just use a pitcher and just take a few gallons of water and dump it into the machine, and it would work just fine. But I was highly impressed with this, so we thought we would show you guys.
Yeah, first time we tried it outside.
We did, and
just to make sure we didn't have a wet camper.
just because, of course, buying this secondhand, we wanted to make sure it was in the condition we wanted. But that's our thing. We don't buy a whole lot of things new. We try to...
We're bargain hunters. Well, this camper itself was a bargain.
It was. We've put a lot of work into remodeling it, and we've done a lot to it, but it's awesome. And it works for us, and the floor plan is so good that I don't know that we could ask for any better. But as you can see, we're still filling with water right now. We've got our clothes submerged in water now, so on this particular one, you have multiple settings. I'm just going to kind of go there, and you can see it agitates really well. And that's a good amount of clothes. That's probably what would be a day worth of clothes for us, at least. If not more, if it was just the two of us. But and if you want a better view.
Yeah, but I would keep that down just so nothing splashes out.
Yeah, but that gives you an idea. It works really great, though.
Our first attempt at not dealing with laundromats was the Wonder Wash, which works great, but after a while, after cranking and cranking and cranking, your arm gets tired. And so even though this is great for when you're out camping, you know, if you don't have access to electricity, this thing could work because everything's manual. But if you got access to electricity, this is much better.
And by the way, everybody, this is the Della washer that we have here. And it's the spin washer. Washer and spin dryer is what they call it. To drain the wash. So what we do is we have this piece here that hooks around our faucet. And of course, this is our drainage hose. And you set it to drain. And you'll notice that all the water in the machine will be pumped out. That we've drained the water from our initial wash cycle, of course we're going to put more water in to rinse. So that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, the starting and stopping of the water is manual completely, so you have to kind of keep an eye on this. It's not something you can just set and then leave.
Right, you do have to keep an eye on it. That is one thing that I will say, but it works great. I think the clothes that we've washed with this come out every bit as clean as in our regular washing machine in the house. Now the last part of it is, of course, to spin the laundry out. So you're going to have to take just a few pieces at a time if you're using this model. And you put it in here, which is your spin bucket. And of course, you have your settings. So now we've got our clothes in the spinner. And you can't necessarily do your whole load at a time in the spinner. Sometimes you have to take them in sections. And you're going to be hanging these up anyway just to finish the drying process. Either in your bathroom or on a line outside, one of the two. Mission Impossible has gone to mission accomplished. 2 years ago, we didn't have a camper. And we slept in our driveway.
Just to soak in the
Just
fact
to-
that we
just
had
to be
finally had a camper, yeah.
Yeah, just to be here. And to be where we are in our new house and having this camper. And
it's kind of like the camper paid for itself.
It's just kind of surreal to...
Yeah.
It's just this idea of being able to say, hey, I want to go here. And just being able to pick up and go. And we have that now, so it's kind of surreal to register that sometimes.
Yeah.
And we would just sit out here. We said we were driveway camping. We just stayed out here and slept and went back into our house in the morning. It was really funny.
Well, at that time, we knew that this was going to be our home for a while. So we were kind of getting used to it.
Yeah, in a way.
We were kind of getting used to the small space. So we practiced by driveway camping at that time. And we're planning on spending a lot more time in this thing, too. So,
No, I'll be honest. I think for me especially, because I was by myself during the week when he was working and the kids were not with us. It was nice to be in a home again, and it still is. I don't know that that's something I would want to give up, but I love the idea of being able to just travel. It's meant so much to us.